You guys seen Grayson Waller? Huh? You got the Dusty Cup later? Kick ass, man. Somebody hit my music.
Let's get to the money.
Let's get to the
money.
Let's get to the
money. Let's get to the motherfucking money.
Fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, 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 fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. Middle finger in your ass screaming fuck the bookies. Woke up in the morning, grab my little black book. Yesterday can eat a dick, cause we lost by the hook. Can't win them all, so you never see me get shook. Today's a new day, the bookmaker's getting cooked. When I spot a dirty K, the 4 units getting paid. Always find the value, I would never be afraid. Scary money don't win, but I'm not going all in unless I see a bet I love, then I put my balls on a bookie's chin. Let it all soak in, doubling my bread, winning money with my friends. If you got the itch and you wanna go big, follow Sharpie bets and you gon' really fucking win. This is not financial advice, it's entertainment. But if I find the right price, believe I'm parlaying it. You can see my spreadsheet, I'm winning, not just saying it. Profit in the green every week, I'm never negative. I can bet an ace or a shitty all picture. Pick the right spots cause I'm the K-pop whisperer. Shut up when I speak until you finally get the picture. I'm the best in the world, tell me you getting richer. Fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, 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 fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. Middle finger in your ass screaming fuck the bookies.
Let's get to the motherfucking monies. And here we go. Let's get to the damn monies. Welcome, guys, to the Balking Den. It is Monday, and you know there is no sleep for the wicked on this show. So, if you don't know, you should know this show is sponsored by W. Go on over there, use that promo code Pub Sports, and on your first deposit, guys, you're going to get a match. You're going to get 10%. That's a different thing. Match deposit. 10% off your first order by using the best promo code on earth, and that's Pub Sports. And just go scan that QR code. Look, bam, right next to my hand. And you get 10% off your first order. So today is Monday, guys. We normally do run this with LJ from Houston, and we use some hitting props. But the man didn't get no time off from work today. They made him work extra. They said no lunch for you, my friend. So it looks like it's just going to be you, me, and my third personality, Sharpie, guys, because Big Show is on a plane, and that means Sharpie's in charge. That could be a few things good or a few things bad, but you should already know on this show we are going to talk about the first lines opened up on a K-prop, as well as the best line available 30 minutes prior to the show. Then we will see where the value lies between the books and PrizePicks. Of course, this show is sponsored by PrizePicks as well. If you haven't, go on over there and use that promo code PUBSPORTS. You're going to get a match deposit up to 100, minimum of 25 on your first deposit by using the best promo code on God's green earth. And you already know what that is, right? You know, that's Pub Mother Truckin' Sports. That is Pub Sports. So let's get into the first guy on the black book. If you guys already haven't, smash that like button and make sure you do have the notification bells on. Framer Valdez at the Marlins. He's striking people out 25% of the time this year, while walking people 6% of the time. K-prop opened up best line at 6+ minus 102 on Caesars, where the best line available now is at minus 105 on MGM to that 5.5. PrizePicks has him at a 5.5, whereas hits allowed under over are also at a 5.5. So let's talk us some big Fram Diesel. We're going to start our day with Fram Diesel at the Marlins. When we look at these Marlins numbers over their last 200 plate appearances versus lefties, they're not walking. Maybe league worst, guys, and they're also striking out 24% of the time while hitting the ball with a team isolated power of near 170. So let's go see who they seen in that time span that I would put my money on. And how about just Jordan Montgomery? which that was the second time seeing this Marlins team in a 15-day period, and he still went 6 innings, 2 earned runs, and had 6 strikeouts. Well, the other lefties that they faced in that time span were some guys that I wouldn't bet on, but they did all right. Andrew Heaney, he went 5.2 innings, 0 earned runs with only 4 strikeouts. Will Williamson from the Reds, he went 6.2 innings of 1-run ball, while only striking out 9. Ranger Suarez gave up 10 hits, but managed the damage, going 6.1 innings, only giving up 1 earned run while striking out 3. And those are the lefties in that time span, guys, of just period, not even of who I would left on. So let's just go back and finish the last 30 days and see who they seen. They got to Skubal. That's the one lefty that they got to in the last 30 days, where the day prior, even Joey Wentz, everybody and their mother beats up Joey Wentz, guys. He went 4.2 innings of 0 earned run ball with having himself 6 strikeouts. They also seen Jordan Montgomery for the first time, where he went 6 innings, 1 earned run, and had 5 strikeouts that time. So those are every lefty that they faced in the past month, guys. And yeah, none of these are on the level of our man, Big Fram Diesel. They only got to Tarik Skubal, 1 of 8 pitchers, and none of those pitchers are on the ace level that this man is. The only game, guys, that he didn't have a no-hitter in those last 7 games that haven't been sorry for Big Fram Diesel was those Guardians, guys. The Guardians he manhandled. We're going to go back through his last 7 games, guys. This dude's been giving up the butt cheeks, bro. He's given up 4 earned runs in 6 of his last 7 games. Like, come on, Big Fram Diesel. What's going on here, man? When I look at his spin metrics, when I look at everything, it says everything's fine. Now, 4 of those games were teams that he's seen in the division. Now, is that it? Baltimore does hit lefties. Is that it? Because Big Fram Diesel, I want it back here, guys. Like, yes, I can see his strikeouts hitting. I do lean the over. I couldn't get under, no way on him right here. But I also lean his earned runs under 2.5, but that's juiced up to minus 145. The projected lineup did have Jazz Chisholm in it, and the lineup did come out. So actually, let's just pull that lineup up so we can do a little bit of talking. Well, we figure out how, because I did bet him literally as this line come out. How am I going to bet this man today? So we've got 3 people in this lineup due to trades making up these numbers. Berger coming over from the White Sox, and then we've got Bell coming on over from the Guardians. And Bell, he ain't hit lefties for a life of him right now, and it really hasn't been all year with a whopping 200 batting average, where, like I said, this team ain't walking. They're striking out 23% in this lineup from the Marlins, and it says they're hitting, but who the fuck are these guys hitting, guys? Like, at the end of the day, we just went through everybody. So I'm going to say that their hitting numbers are just a tad bit fraudulent, as they did hit Tarik Skubal, and other than that, they ain't hit shit. Now, Berger is striking out in his very little plate appearances versus lefties, but he is crushing the ball, and Berger could be a problem today, but good pitching beats good hitting, and I expect Big Fram Diesel to do what every other pitcher in this last 30 days have done other than Tarik Skubal, guys, and that's give up less than 2 earned runs. And I didn't want to bet the 2.5 at minus 145. I went full game. I took a half unit team total under of the Marlins, guys. I expect a big day, and yeah, you're not getting them for at least 2. I expect them to go 6 to 7 innings and turn it over to an elite bullpen and let the bullpen do what the bullpen needs to do. And I took the under 3.5 at a minus 125. Then we're going to head on into the other side of this. But before we do, smash that like button if you haven't. It does help people find the best MLB prop show on God's green earth. Let me pull off stop sharing, since we're no longer talking about Big Fram Diesel. And we're going to get into Braxton Garrett, number 59 in the Black Book, where he's striking people out this year 25.5% of the time, while walking people with an elite 4% of the time. Morning line was 6+ at plus 122 on FanDuel, where the best line available is a 5.5 or a 4.5 at minus 160 on MGM, or it's still plus money to the 5.5. PrizePicks has them at a flat 5, whereas pitching outs on PrizePicks are under over 16. Projected lineup is 6 righties and 3 lefties. Braxton Garrett gets the call now versus the no-fly zone Houston Astros. And man, have they been humming as we look at their numbers versus lefties over the last 200 plate appearances. And it says run for your fucking life. As the Astros are walking more than 10.5% of their at-bats, they're not striking out just 21% of the time, and they're crushing the ball with a team-isolated power in the 200s. Now, I will be the first to tell you good pitching beats good hitting every day of the week. And look, Braxton Garrett proves it. Last year, he faced these same Astros, went 5.2 innings, 0 earned runs while getting 5 strikeouts. And the numbers were just as good in every category, except the isolated power was 180, which 180 is still elite, guys, where the 200 shit is just out of this world. So the Astros are projecting 3 lefties in this lineup, and the Astros are not in no way in hell could I think to go under if you're going to put 3 lefties out there versus this man. This man does average a strikeout better, actually better than a strikeout better this year versus the left-handed side, and it's closer to the 2 strikeouts per 9 if you're going to look at his career. So 3 lefties in that lineup, strikeouts say they can be there just strictly alone in that. I granted, the Astros numbers say they don't strike out. When we run through who they faced, some get it, some don't. A lot of them have the same thing in common, guys, and that's that they give up their butt cheeks. So let's go talk about these guys that they faced in the last, well, I believe it's like 18 days in these 200 plate appearances, guys. And yeah, they've seen some guys. So the first one on up was Carlos Rodon. He ended up giving up his butt cheeks, guys. He went 5 earned runs in less than 3 innings. Tyler Anderson gave up 7 earned runs in 5 innings of work, while Reed Detmers got walloped, giving 7 earned runs in 3 innings of work. Man, these guys ain't going deep. Whoa. We got a good game. Nestor Cortez on a pitch count. Nasty, these boys. He had 8 strikeouts in 4 innings of 1-run ball, where Shane McClanahan gave up 3 runs in 5 innings, but did have 6 strikeouts. And Andrew Heaney went 5 innings, 3 earned run with 3 strikeouts as well. We're going to finish this off with JP Sears. He almost went 6 innings, but he also gave up 5 earned runs while striking out 1. So, guys, the lean right here on his K-prop is over, but the lean is that he gets his goddamn ass kicked, but he can hit that strikeout prop while getting his ass kicked. Now, I went to go look at betting his earned runs over 2.5 where I thought it would be at. But the fact that they're offering us plus money to something that's only hit at 50% of the time, the way these guys are crushing, guys, the books have plus money to the over and minus 150 to the under. That tells me something, guys, and that tells me I'm not going to fucking bet it. Now, should he give up 3 runs? Yes. But the books are asking us to they're begging us to bet that over. Now, it should be minus 130 to a minus 150. And the fact that it's plus money has me scarred. Tells me that Braxton Garrett may actually have that outlier performance and have that really good game. And I wouldn't be surprised. Good pitching does beat good hitting. I'm just not trying to run up versus these fucking Astros right now. But 3 lefties in the lineup. That's not so good. That's not so good, my friend. Let me tell you, 3 lefties versus Braxton Garrett could mean he sees them each 2 times. It could be very close right there, my friend. So I could not go under, no way in hell, even though it is the Astros, and I would look to other people's unders. But then again, I can't go over either, as I think he gets his ass handed to him, but the books may be telling me that he doesn't, and that's just enough to let it go, as I already am backing Fram in that spot. Now we've got us another spot, and another spot is our man Maxwellieth Friedieth. So let's talk Max Fried versus the Yankees. Number 63 in the black book, striking people out at a 24% clip while walking people 6.5% of the time. Open them up 6+ minus 127, and DK has them at the best line available at 5.5 at minus 110. Now 5.5 on PrizePicks, where his hits allowed under over are at a flat 5. Projected lineups is 8 righties and 1 lefty. we get into our boy Max Fried on a get back day, guys. And get back days seem to be a real thing with our boy. Now, let me tell you, let me talk to you guys because, like I said, get back days seem to be the thing with our man, Maxwell Fried. We get back home versus the Yankees, guys, after getting shelled by the Pirates last week. And when we look at these Yankees numbers versus lefties over their last 200 plate appearances, it once again says run for your fucking lives. As yes, they are walking only 7% of the time, but they're not striking out and they are smashing the ball with a team isolated power in the 200s. So let's go see who they seen in that time span. And it does go back the whole 30 days. They smacked Black Jesus, Jesus Luzardo, guys, didn't make it out the third inning. They cracked Shane McClanahan, who didn't make it past 4 innings. Jose Quintana, the outlier, went 6 innings, giving up 3 earned runs while striking out 5. Oh, my bad. Sandoval was the outlier. He went 7.1 innings. He gave up the 1 earned run and struck out 7. Austin Gomer, 6 innings, 2 earned runs, 5 strikeouts. Now, those last 3 games seem really, really good, right? Well, let me talk to you. They didn't have Aaron Judge in those lineups. We know that Judge is a key piece to this team, as Rizzo didn't have a home run without this guy in the damn lineup. Well, granted, Rizzo also was playing with a concussion, and these Yankee freaking staff are jackasses and didn't figure it out for a few months. So what I'm getting at, guys, is since they've had Judge back in the lineup, they've destroyed some really good guys. I'd look at Shane McClanahan, and I'd look at freaking Jesus Luzardo is 2 of the better left-handed pitchers in baseball, guys, and they crushed him. So what gives here, guys? Like I said, Max Fried on a get-back day? Or is it the Yankees going to keep crushing? As we will always say, good pitching beats good hitting every day of the week. So the lean right now is on his outs. I'm looking for his outs over. I haven't bet it yet, as I do expect this dude to show up, bust out another quality start. As in last year and one time this year, he's had 6 times where he's given up 4 earned runs or more, and he's put up a quality start in every single one of those games. So why do I want to fade that now? Quality start, guys, is 6 innings, 3 earned runs or less. I don't got to look at his Ks. I don't got to look at his earned runs. Yes, the Yankees are crushing, but good pitching beats good hitting. Max Fried in August, get back day. Sign me the fuck up, as I will be looking to put a half unit on his outs. Max Scherzer. Ooh-wee, this is the next one up. This may be, guys, the titty capper play of the day.
Yeah.
I just said that, guys. The titty capper play of the day. We need to get Big Show to make some big knockers, because there is always one of these out there a day. Max Scherzer versus the Angels, number 8 in the black book, striking people out 27.5% of the time, while walking people 7% of the time. Open them up 8+ -105 on FanDuel, where the best line available now is on MGM to that 8+, where PrizePicks has them at a 7.5. Excuse me. And his earned runs are at, I got hiccups, 2.5 on PrizePicks. All right, then. Projected lineups, 5 lefties, 4 righties. Now we get Mad Max, guys. And what I like to call the titty capper play of the day, where 90% of the people who give out K-props has already given out Mad Max today. But we are better than the titty cappers. I may not be as cute or as good looking at them, but you get my point. So let's go check out these numbers of these Angels over the last 15 days, as they're not walking, striking out near 28% of their plate appearances, yet hitting the ball with a team isolated power of a $162. So it is definitely out there in the numbers for this man to hit his K-prop. And it's definitely in the past history in the projected lineup, as there are 4 guys who have seen him with at least 10 plate appearances or more. And those 4 guys are striking out 33% of their at-bats versus Max in his career. And that's not counting the 2 times Hunter Renfroe seen Max and struck out both times. So another thing in Max's favor. Now, this is a very big number, guys, and for me to get in, I will need lineups. As yes, this team is striking out, but I'm going to need 1.5 worse than league average when it comes to whiff and chase, as he has had his best games, getting 8 or more every time in 5 opportunities in a team when he's faced them with a 1.5 worst chase or whiff percentage in that lineup. Now, the thing that doesn't favor Max here is they are projected 5 lefties and 4 righties. And Max this year is struggling with an 8.8 K per 9 versus the left-handed side and an elite 11.5 versus the right-handed side. So I'd like at least 4 more batters in this lineup, guys, that have that 1.5 whiff and chase next to their name, as you can look at those guys as maybe as 2 a pop. And the more the merrier if they're closer to the top of the lineup, as if they're spread out, now you've got to hope he gets 3 times. And yes, I expect Max to go 6 innings today. And if you give me that whiff and chase percentage in that lineup, spread out, but not too spread out. You get the drift. Hopefully they put 5 righties in there, or at least add an Escobar into the lineup, as he does got some good numbers versus Escobar as well, but he's not projected in that lineup. So like I said, I do need lineups for what is the titty capper play of the day, guys. It's definitely over or not, but I could see an under, but I won't bet it. But you need to give me 1.5 higher in that whiff or chase. As like I said, he's had his best games having 8, 9, 8, 9, and 9. Nothing less than that 7.5. So we're dealing with a high number, and that high number is definitely warranted of a lineup for me before I go out putting my money on this shit. Yeah, because we've been pulling out money lately, guys, and we need to keep it that way. People trying to get paid. Rent got paid late. Shit happens. We got to re-up. Let's get into the last guy on our board today. I will touch on Kelly, as his props weren't out on most of the books that I was looking at, but he was someone I wanted to back, but we'll talk about it after we talk of some Tyler Glass now at the Giants. Number 4 on the black book, striking people out this year 34.5% of the time, while walking people 8% of the time. Morning line at 7+ -132 on FanDuel, where an hour later it was at 8+ at even money. And that's still where the best line is available now, is to the 7.5, and that's on FanDuel. PrizePicks has them at a 7.5, whereas earned runs under over are at a 1.5. Projected lineup, 5 lefties and 4 righties. We end the day, guys, talking Tyler Glass now of the Rays at the Giants. And when we look at these Giants numbers over the last 15 days, they are walking at a nice 10%. It says they're not striking out, but they may be the worst team in the league when it comes to isolated power, as they just ain't been hitting nobody. And now you got to deal with the Rays ace. So let's go see who the Giants have seen over the past 2 weeks. And Dane Dunnings went 7 innings with 12 strikeouts on 106 pitches. John Gray had 7 strikeouts and 7 innings on 90 pitches. Will Ohtani went 6 innings with just 5 strikeouts on 97 pitches. Giolito, he had 7 strikeouts in 6 innings, but he had to throw 101 pitches. And then they smacked Medina from the A's, who don't belong in the league. Well, they got dominated by Paul Blackburn from the A's, and he went 6 innings with 6 strikeouts. Oh, no, he had 7 strikeouts on 105 pitches. The rookie freaking Piffinat, or however you want to say his name, for the D-backs, went 7 innings with 7 strikeouts. And then they beat up on some Arizona kid who don't belong in the league. Well, Zach Gallen also went 6 innings with 6 strikeouts on 91 pitches. Ryan Nelson of the D-backs also went 6.2 innings, yet only had 1 strikeout on 95 pitches. So, I get it. The Giants have been ass. And to a lot of guys, I wouldn't even look to put my money on, as the only 2 guys they did hit in the last 2 weeks from the right-handed side were guys who just don't belong in the league. And now they got to deal with Glass now, who, yes, his strikeouts do drop on the road, 2K per 9, but is still an elite 11.5, as well as the Giants do load up a lefty-dominant lineup. Well, that's not what you want to do versus Glass now, as he has an elite 11.6K per 9 versus the right-handed side. It jumps up 2K per 9 versus the left-handed side. So the K percentage says no, yet everything else says he can be out there long enough to hit this over, except one thing. This fucker ain't pitched a game since June 31st. After having back injections to his lower back due to back stiffness and pain, with no rehab games and some bullpen work. Well, this is where I gotta say you're gonna have to fucking cook me. As 7.5 strikeouts is a big number. And I really think he could get 7 or 8 on a pitch count. But I don't think they let him go 6 innings of work today, guys. That would normally consist of 90 pitches. And this is the Rays, who baby their pitchers more than anyone else in the league. And a Rays team who just lost Shane McClanahan for the rest of the year. And a guy dealing with back stiffness and hasn't pitched since June or July 31st. I just don't see Cash or the Rays letting this man go past 75 pitches today in his first game back to any action. And for that reason, I have a half unit on his outs under 17.5 at -110. Now, I do think there is a chance he could hit his strikeouts in 5 innings worth of work. And I didn't want to fuck around to find out. Now, I'm also leaning to that under 1.5 earned runs as well. And once the lineup comes out, I will probably look to double up in that spot as well, as this team ain't fucking hitting a bunch of nobodies. What's going to happen when you see somebody? And I don't like usually backing people, strikeout props and whatnot coming off the IL. So there's no way I could bet his over strikeout props. And I don't think he gives up 1.5 earned runs. But what if his back tightens up 2 innings into the game, sitting down on that pine? What if they have a giant inning and he has to sit 30 minutes and that back starts to get real stiff? I can't, bitches. That's what fucking happens. So there's more outs to this under than not. I talk about how the books have mass. They already have every opportunity. They have everything in their advantage already. Why are we going to give them stuff? Why are we going to bet pitchers on limits and give them another advantage, guys? At the end of the day, you could only look under or not when a guy is on a pitch count, unless you know how long he's going to go for sure, guys. And yeah, I've capitalized off Freed that way and a couple other ways because I knew they were going to be out there for 80, 90 pitches, guys. I don't expect this man to be out there more than 75. And you're just going to have to fucking cook me, like I said. Like, at the end of the day, I could be wrong, but I usually got these guys' pitch counts down to a thing, guys. And I've been studying and watching the Rays for a long time. And I would be bewildered if this man throws 90 pitches today, guys. Now, if they do that, I'm fucking cooked. Straight up, I'm cooked. Cooked! Like I said, though, you're going to have to cook me. Now, there was no props out yet for Merrill Kelly when I was looking at the last second. I'll pull them up right now, see what we got. Merrill Kelly. I have to do Merrill because too many damn Kellys in this world, I guess. Finally, we got some props, and they're going to put them at 6.5 -125 on DK, where, yeah, outs recorded are juiced to the 17.5. Earned runs allowed are at a 2.5. And, yeah, think we just found our way how we're going to be betting us some Merrill Kelly today, guys. As in Merrill Kelly gets himself a matchup at the Rockies, guys. And you know me, I don't bet on people unless they've proven themselves and have pitched in Colorado before. And that means I could look to back you again. We have to go back to 2019, whether it's Colorado or Arizona, from when this team has scored more than 2 earned runs off this man. And that's coming with 2 outings in Colorado. Yeah. Do you not know what this team is doing right now in Colorado? They're not doing nothing. They're not hitting. They're not doing Nathan. And when we go look at these guys' past hitter stats versus this man, we're going to have to pull it up. And Merrill Kelly has seen these guys a lot. It is the same division. And I don't want to see Glass now. Give me Kelly's. There we go. All right, we got Ryan McCann, who's going to be in the 3-hole. He's batting 222 and 30 at bats. Blackman's not there. Profar and 19 at bats is batting a $188 off this man. Diaz, their catcher, womp, batting under 100 versus this man. Now, Brandon Rogers, he is batting 308 in 13 plate appearances with, 2 doubles, no home runs. And I just got to look to fade these Colorado Rockies. I got to look to back my guy, Merrill Kelly. Now, I can't back his K-prop here. Why is that, Sharpie? I can't back guys that can be pulled due to injury. This guy got pulled in the Dodgers game. Granted, he went 6 innings. He got pulled due to some leg cramping, and they saw his velo down, and they pulled him out. And they said they're going to have an eye on him, and they were watching him, and they watched him throw a bullpen, and they said they're just going to keep their eye on him. Merrill Kelly is coming back from a drastic leg injury from last season, guys. They will pull him at any given sign of velo ticking down or anything to do with it. If he says, ouch, anything, guys. So I've got to see at least one good start before I can go back as K-prop, even though this seems like a magical spot, as this guy shines when the team whiffs, and we know this team stanks as they stank and chase, guys. So what seems like a dream matchup for his K-prop, I will probably be looking to fade the Rockies and taking Merrill Kelly first 5, some earned runs under, or some way, which that way, if he gets pulled, I don't get hurt. I get saved by earned runs under if he gets pulled. Like I said, he hasn't given up more than 2 earned runs, whether it be in Colorado or in Arizona. So I think that under 2.5 earned runs will be the way I attack it today, as this Colorado team is underneath the bridge doing what? Sucking schlong for milk money, and they're lactose intolerant. So that means they do it for free, fellas. And that's just not good. That's just not good. Appreciate you guys all for showing up today. 70+ live. Smash the like if you haven't. As you guys already know, this show is sponsored by PrizePicks. If you haven't, go on over there. Use that promo code PUBSPORTS. And on your first deposit, up to 100, minimum of 25, they will match you. And it's only a one-time rollover. Huh? What you know about one-time rollover, guys, where these other people got like 10, 15, 25. Nah, one. Uno. Yeah. So, enjoy your guys' Monday, guys, as this card is stacked, even though it is small. This show is sponsored by PrizePicks. If you haven't, I already said that shit. So, this is what happened when Sharpie runs the back and does the show. Big Show will be back tomorrow. You guys won't have to deal with me running the backgrounds and having to do 2 things at once, because I really can't do 2 things at once just because I could pat my head and chew bubble gum. That doesn't mean much, bro. I was doing that like when I was 3, and my mom was smoking meth clouds in front of me, bro. I think it was just freaking, I was like, oh, let's jump through the hoops. No, they weren't hoops. They were big O's in my living room. So until next time, I'm Sharpie's Bets, and this show is on Pub Sports Radio.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.